Hi, Charlie. You're too modest. You've done a lot and you've accomplished a lot. I know it's new to you, um, but you have met the requirements of the rubric. So this will be some video feedback for milestone one, and feel free to contact me if I missed anything. Charlie, went to open your Illustrator file, it warns me that I don't have a particular typeface that you've used, and that typeface is called Bradley Hand ITC. So I don't have it. I have to click through that. If you were to take this to a service bureau, say like a Kinko's, you would have to include the typefaces that you've used in it. I wouldn't assume that the person on the receiving end or the viewing end would have those. So anyway, I'll just click through that. I do have other ingredients, and this is from last week, including the my silhouette. Now, I know that your theme, I guess, was contrasting a crowded, these days it looks positively lethal, beach against a beautiful, pristine, empty beach, and with a gourmet dish, perhaps. You know that you can. It's a nice silhouette of the breakfast special. That you can partially obscure maybe the logo or something, make it a little bit more three-dimensional. Whereas this looks drab and flat, this looks more lively. Now the only problem with this is that you only have one single 8x10 field to put this concept into. So, what you might wind up doing, or possibly you could do, let me bring this to the front. Hey, I love the way you've got things on layers. It makes it so easy, maybe not that far up. I'll put it here. Oops. It makes it easy for me to mess it up. Okay. I think you get the idea. Did I lock that? Probably. No, that's it. Split this field. Half of it idyllic beach, half of it no thank you. Okay, and then perhaps you could have the tagline ranging down here. Think about other information that you're going to need to have on it, such as URLs or addresses, and be really careful about your margins. Don't put type this close to the margin. This is a print publication. Print publications are trimmed. You're going to lose something. So that's, in a nutshell. I'm glad I was able to open up your files here. Also, try to find a way to embed PSDs in your Illustrator files so that I don't, or whoever is on the receiving end again, doesn't have to refer to a linked file. Anyway, I think that'll become clear. This week we're talking about the differences between the print realm and the RGB or screen realm. And file preparation is certainly part of that discussion. Charlie, did you see what I meant by having the two images side by side and just splitting the 8x10 ad in the 8-inch dimension? So I think you could do that, and you would be reducing them. You'd have to crop them. You'd have to pick the ideal cropping, and there might be some sacrifices made. So I don't suggest blowing them up. However, you just taught me something. Is Adobe's upscaler, is that based on fractals? There used to be a little app that you could actually, it was based on using fractals, improve the resolution of an image. It was called Genuine Fractals. I think it's called something else now. I'm wondering if Adobe, if this image upscaler is something, Adobe's answer to that problem. What introduces upscaling? Compare, watch. Okay. I'd be curious to, okay, I'll take a look at the image upscaler. This is all really interesting to me. I'm glad you mentioned it. And it's okay not to use the style guide. It does kind of look like an old Polaroid, the first photo, but not overtly so. You'd almost have to um, put it in one of those Polaroid frames. You know, it's there's a big thick inch band at the bottom, a white frame that goes around the image area. If you remember those Polaroids, and then maybe take a picture of it. You could fake all that in Photoshop probably, and that would be a nice contrast too. You know, something that is not only crowded but also old and kind of dingy. So anything to increase the contrast, and then you could have the Polaroid photograph as if it was laid on top of this fresh photograph of your squeaky clean deserted resort. I hope that makes sense, and it's good that you're. I think I understand what you mean by using the same voice. You know, that extends to your copy, your ad copy. Run it by anybody in your household, and to get their opinion of it. You know, what are you projecting? Are there any nuances that could result in controversy, or that kind of thing? And above all else, spelling. You don't want typos on finished ads, right? All right, I think I'll leave off here. Good going, and look forward to seeing how you animate the ingredients.